Hello. Hi, guys. We're already out of control. And speaking of today, I'm Kate.
And I'm Jared. Wow. Clearly, it's this new flavor of Monster. That's what I'm blaming it on.
Wow, let's blame that.
So, as you can tell, we are still in Studio W, but we are in the process of a remodel. So...
Tearing the walls down. Don't tell my husband. Oops. We just got busted.
I think, well, the other part that didn't help is that we put this out to the internet, so it's not like you can click on it or anything, but yeah.
It's not really a clicker.
So eventually we'll have something on this wall.
If you want your picture
or to advertise.
Yeah, this space is available.
It is.
For a price.
A hefty one of that. Your firstborn child.
And your soul.
Oh, yeah.
Which I may or may not have already stolen.
So, big weekend for us.
Big weekend.
Very big weekend for us.
I'm still kind of giddy about it.
She's not kidding. So, the big thing this weekend is after 4 very, very long years.
Torturous years.
For us, anyway. Star Trek finally came out.
Spock is hot.
Oh,
He's still hot.
Yeah, I won't debate it. So yeah, the sad thing about this though is originally when they kept saying it was coming out and it was coming out, one of those release dates was my birthday. I think back in 2012.
Right. And that was a disappointment.
It was, because I was so very excited to see it. So if you haven't seen it yet, you need to go see it.
Definitely go see it. We won't tell you anything other than that Kirk and Spock are hot. And frankly, that's all you need to know, because even if you're not a Star Trek fan, go just to watch them. It's still worth it.
If you want to talk about a ridiculously good-looking cast, they did good with the entire...
Zoolander, I'll have you know.
No, it's not. But it's not like anybody on that Enterprise is ugly.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
There are a few side people, and this is not...
This actually goes again, speaking of side people, this is going to the bigotry of the bald that I have talked about in another episode.
Well, no,
now you go ahead and tell me who the unattractive people on the Enterprise were.
Now look, I am not here...
You look!
I am not here to bigot against the bald. Okay. We did see a bald woman, which is not uncommon for Star Trek.
Oh, that wasn't what I was talking about.
Well, I've always maintained that if I ever lose my hair, which it seems like I will someday because it always comes out in handfuls, that I will have a job on Star Trek. And that just proves my point, that it's still true.
It's true.
However, what freaked me out was the other guy, who I think was also bald, but that's not important. It doesn't matter that he was bald. What mattered is that when he spoke, it sounded like he was speaking through one of those
Hello. I have a smoking problem. Oh wait, that wasn't very nice. Because you might not have a smoking problem. That wasn't even my best stuff, folks. Just giving you the heads up. Are you okay?
I think I'll be okay.
Alright, so...
Anyway, he started talking with that crazy voice, and it was just unexpected, and it was about the same as... Okay, this is what I equate it to. I'm gonna need to keep some tissues nearby for when you make me cry.
In a good way. There's no abuse going on here.
I equate it to the first movie.
All animals and Kate's are not harmed.
That remains to be seen. Anyway, so remember in the first movie, at the very beginning, when they're rushing Kirk's mom into the escape pod, right?
Correct.
And that lady is standing at the thing. Yeah, and she turns and looks, and she's got those funky, weird eyes, right?
They are some weird eyes. They rivaled Cookie Monster.
They all but shook. Okay? Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch it. You'll know what we're talking about. And if you have, then you know what we're talking about. So it was kind of like that, where it's like they just do some funky, weird thing just because they get... Like that freaking green girl. I mean, I'm thinking, don't you belong in Oz?
They did the Green Girls is because they go back to the TV series. That's when the Green Girls first came. And fine. Kirk likes the green skin. Just saying.
I don't really want to know about Kirk's quirks, if you will.
Quirks.
However, fine. But then have more than one. And then you show her the one time, and then the next part that I hate is when they're all lined up to get onto their ships, and she turns around and then runs off.
So what
Go, hurry, go die.
really saying is Kate is racist against green people.
No, I just want more than one green person.
Everybody's a little bit racist. It's true. All right. So, speaking of Star Trek, which leads me to talk about J.J. Abrams. So I was very concerned. As we all know, he's taking over the Star Wars. Well, he's not taking over, but he's going to be directing the next trilogy.
Correct.
And I was worried that he wouldn't be available, as many people are, not be available to direct the third Star Trek.
Okay.
So
I'm going to hold off my excitement until you finish.
Ding dong! Who's at the door?
The witch is dead.
You know what? Who's not at the door? It is not Secretariat. Watch Craig Ferguson and you'll get that joke.
Clearly I've missed a boat. But
You have.
All right.
Anyway, so JJ has said that he would like to find a way to schedule in, like he does the Star Wars movie, and then he has time to do the Star Trek movie, the third one.
Okay.
Okay. But what's going to be big news for you is he was talking about also doing some upcoming projects, and one of them is...
Speaking of TV.
Yes, we're hitting the big screen. No!
Sorry, producer. Oh, no, he's just a director. It's fine. There's no competition here.
No, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? An Alias movie.
Oh, remember when I had the action figures?
She did.
They had their guns pointing at each other.
Mostly because I gave them to her.
And then the poor Boy Scout, what's his name for reals? No.
Bradley Cooper.
No,
wasn't it?
no.
I didn't give you Bradley Cooper.
No. It was, his code name is Boy Scout. Anyway, he lost a leg. It was really traumatic.
That's because he fell off your desk a few times.
He got a lot of use at work. But I'll tell you who's going to be excited about that is the Bocce.
Oh, Chachi.
Chachi's going to be really excited.
Her husband's named Joni.
I don't think he'll be very happy about that.
Well, you can't have Chachi without Joni, because everybody knows Joni loves Chachi.
Joni does love Chachi. Who doesn't love
I'm
Chachi?
so ashamed I told that joke. Like, I feel I need to crawl under the table right now.
I'll wait.
We don't have time for that.
Oh, well, that's going to be exciting. We might have to make a trip out to Chachi's to watch the Alias movie if it comes out.
And what I wanted to ask you, because I don't remember very well, did they kill off Bradley Cooper's character in that show? How did they write him out? I know he got written out, but...
I don't think...
did he just kind of go away?
Awkward. I don't think I watched...
Awkward. Sorry.
I don't think I watched enough seasons to know that ever happened.
Though.
Did I?
Yes, because you were very sad when he left.
Was I? Mm-hmm. I have no recollection of this.
No reflection on Mr. Abrams. She was excited the movie's coming.
I know. It's been so long. That's the problem. No.
So, speaking of TV, there is a children's show I want to discuss.
I hope it's not based on Alias.
It is not based on Alias.
Speaking of awkward.
But it is going to lead itself into a very interesting conversation. So, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and we will be back as soon as the second part uploads.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.